Well, hi everybody, and welcome to the 60 Up members page. Today we are again going to be doing our summer circuit format on the 60 Up, and I'm Kathy Stevens, so welcome to this Wednesday. I can see your comments, so please feel free to make comments during or now before the workout. If you're new, I'd love to know that so that if there's anything special I can address for you, you'll let me know or I can let you know. For those of you that are my regulars, thank you again for always being here. And today our focus is on something a little fun. I call it rock and stroll. So what we're going to be doing is using the board to get our cardiovascular up using rocking type motions, really working on balance as well as cardio at the same time. And then we'll have a little stroll in between just to get the heart rate in that nice, even, steady state, we call it. And then we'll be using our elastic tubing that comes with the board to add in that strength. And that's what makes it a circuit. Knowing that a circuit means you're going to go from one type of fitness activity to the next, usually strength, cardio, balance, flexibility, and get a great workout all in one. So welcome again, and let me show you how I've got my bands set up so you can put yours and get them ready for the workout. The other important thing is to always make sure you have some water nearby, especially during these summer months where it is so easy to get dehydrated. So let's all drink up real quick. I say 3 gulps because we want to get to that 8 to 12 ounces of consumption of water during the workout if possible. We'll be taking water breaks, and during those breaks, that's when I'll come back and check in, and it's the appropriate time to leave some comments or ask some questions. So how have I got my board set up? Let's take a look at this. I have my short bands on the front connections. So I loop them through, and then I'm letting them rest on the red I don't know what to call these, red handle guides. And then I'm going to have one of my other ones, one of my long bands, off to the side in case I want to use it for a little bit of stroll activity. And I'll show you what that's going to include in a second. So this is going to be really good for working on posture. So I also, as you notice, have a chair right nearby. And my reasoning for that is that I always want you to feel comfortable sitting down at any point in the workout where you might be feeling a little extra fatigued or just you need to take a personal break. It is so important that you work within your own limits. I'll move my chair here. And that you stay comfortable, because that's where you build confidence, that's where you build strength, is by allowing yourself to have the appropriate amount of breaks. And then every time you work out, you're going to probably find you need less and less breaks. That's the way we progress. So respect your body where it is today, and know that if you stay consistent and keep coming back to the workouts or doing your workouts on your own, you will definitely see your ability grow and some of those weaknesses or insecurities go away. So that's our goal today, is to rock and stroll. And with that said, I've got to get a little music going. So I'm going to put some music on in the background, because what would rock and stroll be like without a little beat, right? All right, here we go. All right. I hope that's a good volume. Let me know if it's too loud, too light, whatever you like. I'm here to please. All right. Here we go. Let's start with a nice warm up. So let's just stand up nice and tall and just put your hands on your hips or on your poles and rock it out side to side. Wiggle your fingers a little bit to make sure that you're not over gripping, and to wake up those fingers. Over to the side, let it lunge. Now, notice I'm putting a little more weight into this movement now. Bending the knee, bearing a little more weight, letting the heels make contact, pushing through the feet. Here we go, in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're gonna hold to the right. Hold here. Feel that little stretch. Reach over and back. Reach over and back. Stretching out those back muscles. Hey, I saw somebody entered the room with a nice comment. I'll check it out in a second, but welcome, welcome, welcome. 4 more. Warming up. 3 for our rock and stroll today circuit. Last one, arm comes down, other side. Same thing, one arm up and over, lunging in the same direction, left to right. Open up the chest, open up the shoulder girdle. 4 more times, 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, now center out, give me a flat back to a roll through. Warming up the spine. We're going to do a few of these. They feel so good. Make sure that as you come forward, your back is flat. And then as you come through, you feel a nice stretching sensation between the vertebrae of the back. How about using your breath on this as well? Let's inhale as we come forward and exhale as we push back. Getting those lungs involved, getting that diaphragm involved. Last one. Roll up. Now look right, center, and left, center, right. Warming up the neck. And a little bit of the balance of the inner ear. Getting that visual connection going from right to left. Twisting the neck. In 4, 3. Last 2. One more time. Now let's just do a little tilt of the head. Let's tilt right, center. You know, we have so much of our balance is tied up in the vestibular or the inner ear and the visual perception of things. So this is a nice warm up by using head tilting and vision shifting to kind of wake it up and get yourself ready for the balance work. Here we go. 4 more. And 3, and 2, and then last one. Now, we're gonna do toe heel walk in. So let your feet scoot in and then go out, toe heel, because it is so important to get those ankles contributing, lifting the toes, lifting the heels, lifting the toes, lifting the heels. So let's just do a few out and in. Try to get those feet to comply. Heels, toes, toes, heels. Doesn't matter if you're exactly at the same point I am. Just try to lift or rock and walk yourself in. Here we go. Couple more. Feels good. This is really good for those peripheral muscles. Bring them back in and then keep them in. Just give me a little calf raise behind the board. Calf raise. So lift those heels up. Feel that control that you have with those muscles all the way from the bottom of the foot through the calf. Lift up, add a little gluteal squeeze at the top. You know what I'm talking about. Right there, tighten up, squeeze it, release it. Now allow your toes to rock up and push your weight back into your heels on the back side of this. Rise up, rock back. This is such a great one to get that blood flow all the way down to the toes. Let's allow our body to bow a little bit by letting the hips push back. Good. Excellent. Get that blood flow going. You can even use your fingers in this. Spread them and grip them. Spread them and grip them. Keep going. Excellent. 4 more times. Then I think we're ready to rock. Good. Last one. All right, now first, what's a stroll? Stroll is a walk. So walk it off. Here we go. So in between some of our moves, we're gonna go from a rock to a stroll. And this is a stroll. Just imagine you're walking down the path, your head is up, your chest is up. You can hold your poles like I am, especially if that makes you feel more comfortable. Or you can give me a walker's arm. What's a walker's arm? Sternum to hip. Look at my fist. Sternum to hip. And I'm just walking down the road, going for a stroll. Nice. Just this move alone is going to get that heart rate up in that training zone. What is the training zone? Somewhere between moderate and somewhat hard. That's the perception you want to go for. What's moderate? On a scale of 1 to 10, about a 5. Think about that. How's your response? How's your breathing? How's your perception? Now, what's a 6 or 7? Somewhat hard. What's a 8? Hard. We don't have to go that hard because we're just strolling. So somewhere between a 5, 6, or 7 on that perception, self-perception scale of intensity. Awesome, guys. Pump those arms. Let's go for the stroll. And 8, 7. Remember, your hands can still be on your poles. All right, now from here, let's ease up. So step up onto the board with your right, then your left. Get into the 1-in-1 position and let's just rock right here. Time to rock it side to side. Now when your feet are on 1-in-1, you're gonna notice that you have to really kind of lean into this to get that board to move. And you're feeling this on the edges of your feet as you push off between the outer rim of your shoe and the ball of your foot. Your knees are bending a little bit, starting to get those hips involved. That's it. We want to keep that heart rate in the mid zone. 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Now let's take and step out a little wider to the 2-to-2 rock and roll. Here we go. Now feel how much more pressure you can add from right to left and left to right, grounding that board, feeling those quadricep muscles, the front of the thigh, the hips, the buttocks. You feel more upper leg when you go a little wider, don't you? Keep the chest up, keep that mind to muscle. We're going. We want to get that heart rate in that nice training zone, cardio zone. Excellent job. Rock right, rock left, rock right, rock left. Now, let's take it out even wider. So step it to 3 and 3, or just around pole level. Depends how long your legs are. But now you're really gonna feel your whole torso, lean right and left, tilting the whole body. And what is that gonna do? Well, it's gonna include a little more core activity. So as you lean, all those muscles around your spine, in your abdominal region, your obliques, they're contracting a little more fully to keep that body in a nice straight diagonal. Does that make sense? Straight diagonal? I guess so. It works. Keep going. Rock it out. Lean your weight. Ground that board. Feel how it bottoms out so nicely. Yes. How we doing? Thumbs up. Wiggling. Good. 8 more times. Here we go. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold in the center and balance. Catch your breath a little. Grab your right handle. I hope you put it on your board. If not, don't worry. Just do the same movement with no tubing or with the dumbbell. That works too. All right, the first move we're going to do for the strength of the circuit is we're going to do a high row behind you. So imagine you're just picking up that elbow, but try to stay balanced in the center of your board. I know there might be a little rocking going on, but try to control it. Grip with those toes. Bend those knees and make sure they're in the direction of the toes. Excellent. Pull up and back behind you. Working that upper back, the trapezius, the back of the shoulder. Working those balance muscles. Can you feel that in your thighs? 4 and 3 and 2. And now hold here and kick it back and in. So I'm just working the tricep now. My elbow is high. My body is stable. Ooh, it's getting hard to keep that balance. Those legs are feeling this too. Here we go. Out and in. Out and in. 2 more. Last one. Okay, put that back on the handle. Walk the feet in and let's stroll. Let's stroll. What's that stroll again? Remember, rock and stroll. Lift one foot, lift the other. Walking down the street. Good job. Deep breath. Good. Try to balance. Let that board shift. Let it shift. Lift that leg up. Now, if you've got some issues with neuropathy or drop foot, target lifting the foot a little higher than you think you need to. And then it'll maybe be just about right. Good. Lift that knee. Keep that foot flexed. Toes up. Toes up. We're climbing the mountain now. Excellent. Working on balance, working on cardio. Excellent. Again, breathe. Couple more. Last two. What do? Back to the rock and roll. So narrow rock, right here. Feet are working the edges. Work the edge of those shoes. Feel your outer edge, your inner edge, your ball of your foot, your toes, your heels. Get that board rocking. Excellent. Push and push and push. Bend one knee, bend the other. Feel your feet when those feet are narrow. Use those feet to press that board. Get it to go left, right, left. Excellent. Now let's step it out to twosies right there on the outside of those center holes, pole holes. Good. Keep going now. Feel a little bit more knee action, a little more thigh action. You've got it. Wiggle your fingers every once in a while. Keep that rock and roll going. Excellent. And then step it out to threes. And here's where we're going to use the body lean and get the core muscles engaged. Feel the waistline. Feel the abs. Lean in, lean out. Let your whole body go. Imagine you're pressing those end rails down, squashing some grapes under your foot. Push it down, push it down. Excellent. Up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now steady out in the center. Balance work. Tighten your buttons. Tighten those glutes. Take that same handle you had before, but this time move it inside and do an uppercut move across to the other shoulder, using the chest and shoulders and biceps. Up. Try to steady the board. Cross it over. Cross it over. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Keep that board steady. Keep that chest up. Keep that chin up. Crisscross and back. Crisscross and back. Woo! And even if you're not using the tubing, just balancing and doing the arm pattern is great for balance. Nice. 4 more times. 4 and 3. Last 2. And then we're going to hold here and pump it up. Just pump it up. Biceps. Biceps. Keep the elbow in at your rib cage. Keep that board balance. Bend those knees. Keep the knees in the direction of the toes. The chin and chest high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it back on the red handle and step in. And let's go back for our stroll. Walk and stroll, rock and stroll. Here we go. Lift those knees, lift those feet. Now for those of you that are having trouble getting the feet up or feeling insecure about it, just lift the heels. That's okay too. That would be a modification. But if you can actually clear the board and lift that foot up, even if it's just an inch or 2, this will get a little more balance work going, adjusting, reacting. You know, sometimes balance isn't so much about statically standing there and trying to pull it together. It's about reacting to the shift and not letting it throw you out of good upper body alignment. So think about that. Keep that chin up, keep that chest up, pedal those feet up. Whew, keep that cardio up, isn't it? Nice. We've got this, we've got this. Awesome. Oh boy, I hear a heavier beat. Boom, boom, feel it, all the way through your feet. Come on, guys. Up, down, up. Excellent. Chest up, chin up. Abdominals braced. Woo. Up and down, up and down. Rock and roll. 4, 3, 2, again. Here we go. Rock it, rock it. Now, remember, this is more through the feet. Let the heel come up, let the toes drive down, let the outer edge feel it, let the inner edge. Yes, we want to bring that sensation and that connection back to the extremities. So wiggle those fingers, press through the feet. Rock, rock, rock. Again. Chest up. Can't say that enough. Chin up. All right, now 2s and 2s. Here we go. Little more knee action. Soften the knee to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Excellent. You've got this. Sink in. Bear that weight right to left. Feel those thigh muscles contributing. Now go wider, and here's where we take the whole body side to side. We stimulate those core muscles more, side to side. Woo, look at those fingers. Good job, come on. Push, push, lean, over. Come on, have a little fun today. Let's go. Side, side. Let your body react. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, center out. All right, try to find your balance. Knees in the direction of the toes, grab the left handle. Oh, what did we do? We rode high row. Pull it back. Try to stay balanced. Just pull that elbow to the back wall, feel the upper back, part of that shoulder, shrug, lift, lower, lift, lower. Try to keep that board balanced. You've got this. And again, if you're not using your bands, just balancing with the arm movement is also very fine, and more than fine. It's very appropriate to help keep your balance a little more stimulated. Keep going, here we go. Up, down, pull, release, pull. 4 more, here we go. 4, and 3, and 2. Now hold this one up. What did we do? We went to the tricep back. Ooh, you can bend your knees a little more and lean into this one if you want to. That just gives you a little line of pull that's a little bit maybe more aggressive or a little more direct for that tricep. Here we go. Back, in, back. You're gonna feel this in the back of your arm. Stop when you need to, always. Here we go. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now put it back, walk it in, and let's go for the stroll again. Why? Because this is rock and stroll today. Let's go. Summer circuit. We want to get those arms in shape. We want to get those, well, we always want to get our hearts in shape. We want to challenge ourselves and get ready for a fun summer. Here we go. Up, down, up. Breathe. We're going to do one more set, and I'm going to let you have a water break because it is summertime. That means hydration time. Keep that chin up, keep that chest up, lift those feet up, or just the heels if that's where you're at today. Sometimes we have those days where we need to back off a bit. Listen to your body, and it will give you time to push when it's time to push. Let's go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Keep it going. Nice. Woo. Let's do a few more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Here's the rock again. Rock side to side. Through the feet. Through the feet. Beautiful. Through the feet. Oh my goodness. Keep going. Keep it going. I was getting a phone call and that took away my music. Here we go. Side to side. All right, now 2s and 2s. Rock it out. A little bit more through the knees, a little more through the thighs. Chin up, chest up. We're keeping it real active today on Wellness Wednesday. We are keeping the cardio up high. We're circuiting in our strength and balance. Get it all done in one fun workout. Now 3s and 3s. Here's where the body lean comes in. Really sway it. Nice. Look at those fingers. Engage those hips. Engage your core. Nice. Woo. How about a deep breath? Here we go. Over and back. Over. Are you leaning a bit? Lean, lean, but lean with a strong spine. Long from head to hip. Neck to tailbone. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Balance in the center. Grab that left one. Now remember, the second set was the uppercut, uppercut. Stay balanced and uppercut. Cross your chest. Drop, cross, drop, across. Try to find your center. Tighten up your glutes, tighten up your thighs, tighten up your core. Stand nice and tall. Head high, chest up, abs braced. Cross and lift. Working the bicep, the shoulder, the chest. Woo! Excellent. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now keep this one in the curl position and give me a few rapid reps. Right here, just bicep up. Woo! Get those arms looking good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that tubing back down. Step the feet to the center. Take 1 foot at a time. Balance, bottom out the board. Step off, and let's get some water. Good job, everybody. Excellent job. All right, so let's take a little sip and let me see. Mona, I'm so glad you're here today. And also Pat, thanks for just giving me a hi and a good morning. And a good morning, hopefully it is for all of you, anybody out there. Let's take a nice deep breath and drink. Well, let's first breathe and then drink. 3 sips, right? 1 more. Yes, summertime is time to be a little more conscientious of your hydration intake. I hear constantly how people get themselves into chronic states of dehydration, and so it's only going to be worse during the hot months. So please, please, please respect that need for fluid. Hey Doug. All right, we're just getting back to go again. So let's come on back and finish up our circuit. This is our rock and roll, our rock and stroll circuit. I had to correct myself. So let's stroll again and get that heart rate back in a nice training zone. A stroll is just a light march or walk in place. Our goal is to get the heart rate somewhere between a 5 and a 7 if we're looking at a 0 to 10 scale. So 10 is I cannot do this anymore. It's way too exhausting. 0 is I just woke up. Let's find that 5, 6, or 7 on that perception scale. Nice. Knees up. Stroll it out. Okay, this next series, we're going to do from the side or the top side. I call it top side position instead of the top front. The last few circuit movements we did from the front, top of the board, front position. Now, so I need you to come around to the back or to the side of the back, and then I need you to step up and then put the back foot on the red, towards, the red line. You don't want your foot to skew outside of the red line, more inside of the red line, so that you don't feel like you might rock off. And then let's go ahead and do what I like to call the rocking horse. Down and back, down and back. Good. Allow your feet to move so that the heel comes up on the back, the toe comes up on the front. Just think about that for a second. All right, toe up, heel up, toe up, heel up. Knees are bending, hips are rocking. Hand is on the pole for security purposes so that you feel very comfortable in this new position. Back and front. Now, if you want to get a little more aggressive, you can allow your feet to come up, but you have to be conscious of that shift. Make sure you plant and lift. You have to get a foot down before you can lift a foot up. So plant, lift, plant, lift, plant front, plant back, plant front, plant back. So this is a more aggressive grind because you have to ground your body on one foot to allow the other to lift. So a little more balance involved, a little more strength, and still hopefully staying in that nice cardio zone of a 5, moderate, to 7, somewhat hard. All right, here we go. 4 more. And it's okay to look down to make sure you're keeping your feet within the safety zones. 2 more. last one. And now let's find the center. All right, find your center. Takes a second. You might have to shift your feet a little bit to find the balance. Take that strength cord on the front end of your board. Now we're gonna lean in. So I want you to let your board ground out to the front. So the front end of your board is down. And then roll up, elbow towards the ceiling. And notice when I reach down, I reach towards the pole, then back away from it. Now also notice I'm not letting my spine change position. I'm in that forward lean, hip hinge, no movement of the spine or hip, just the arm. I'm holding my pole for balance. So here we go. Try to feel those larger back muscles kicking in. The latissimus dorsi, the rhomboids, little trapezius, mid-trapezius. Here we go. Keep that forward lean, keep that pull. Excellent. You've got this. Out, back, out with the elbow. Back and forward. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Now shift back so that the weight is on the back side of the board. Bring your arm down and give me a deltoid raise on the V angle. So what's happening is my arm is lifting, I'm settled onto my back leg, and it's going kind of out and up on a diagonal. That's probably one of the friendlier deltoid moves, the V angle. I'm gonna just gently turn to the front just so you can see what that looks like from the front. So I'm not really coming to the forward or the side, I'm right in between. V angle, open, close, open, close, open. Excellent. Out, back, out, back. 4 more, doesn't have to go high. 3, 2. As a matter of fact, now find center, take your arm and lift it so that so that your elbow is up. And then from here, stabilize and give me a little small lunging action up and down. Now I know that board's gonna wobble. Let it wobble. See if you can get control. Bending both knees and then extending and trying to stay centered. This is super challenging because it's not only hard on the muscles, but your whole core body has to fight for balance from toes all the way up to the nose. Here we go, 4 more. I don't know about the nose, but I do know about the toes. 2 more. Keep your nose up. Last one. All right, center it out. Go ahead and put that cord or that elastic tubing back on the red handle. Oh, time to stroll it out. All right, let's walk in the center. Stroll it. Chin up, chest up, head high. Now, you know, I did take a hard break to get a little fluid in us, but please don't think that's the only time you can stop to get some water. Take your own water breaks anytime you feel the need, because once you're thirsty, it means you're probably already a little dehydrated. Feet up, stroll it out. Here we go. Rock and stroll. Up, up, chin up, chest up. That's it. Just going for a nice rocky walk. It's like one of those trails that's not as flat as you thought it would be. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, now ease yourself into the other direction. So you're going to have your front foot to the inside of that red line. That's your safety boundary there, or on it, but not past it. And then we're going to start with the back foot and the front foot rocking in a just nice action. Allow the brain to connect to the feet first. So toe up, heel up, toe up, heel up. And as you're doing this, stay strong through the spine. Just keep a bracing action around your waistline. Tighten up the belt. Keep the head high over shoulders, plumb line it. Keep the chest lifted and a little tension between the shoulder blades, keeping that upper back posture looking good. On the side profile, you can really see, and what I don't want to see is this, okay? I want you to see that nice lifted plumb line, ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip positioning. Brace those abs, rock those feet, toes up, heels up, toes up, heels up. Excellent, breathe, come on. Let's get that heart rate and that respiratory system kicking in. Now, if you want, you can transfer the weight. But remember, if you're gonna lift your feet, first you have to ground it, then lift it. Ground the back, lift the front, ground the front, lift the back. That's it. You got it. And remember, you never have to move to the more advanced movement. If that's not comfortable for you, stick with the easier foot rock, where you just let the heel and the toe come up, not the whole foot. Good. Again. Back. Front. And you're going to be amazed, especially if you're a little new to the 6D Up programming. What seems just impossible becomes very doable and then becomes easy. If you give yourself the time and the mind to muscle adaptation that has to go on, just like learning any skill. Remember when you learned how to ride a bike or swim, or even for that fact, you probably don't remember this, but when you learn to crawl and walk, it takes a while, but it progresses and becomes yours. So don't give up. Back and front. Good job. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now put the pressure on the front. Grab that left handle. Lean in so you're in a good bent over row position. And then let's row and reach. So when I say bent over position, I mean that the upper torso is forward so that the resistance is a little more prominent to the middle back muscles instead of the upper back. And that part of my body doesn't move. Just the arm, just the shoulder, not the neck, not the spine, not the hip, not the front leg, not the back leg. Those are all steady to work those. Now, if you're not getting enough resistance, just grab a little lower on the tubing. That's the beauty of tubing, is that you can make it more tension by just changing your grip. Up and down. Working those mid-back muscles. Here we go. Up, down, up, down. Now, if you start to get too much tension in your neck, give it a break. That's not the purpose here. 2 more. Last one. All right, now come back to the other leg. So put your weight on the back foot. And then give me a V arm, where the arm comes up and outward on the V angle. And it's probably not going to lift all that high. It's not supposed to. The first third of the movement is probably the most relevant for the shoulder girdle. All right, here we go. Out, back, out, back. Keep the head up. Keep the chest up. The board is bottomed out on the back foot. Excellent. Keep going. Up and down. Up and down. Working the shoulder girdle. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. Lift, lower, lift. 4 more times. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, put that handle. Oh wait, we got 1 more. Hold on. Lift that elbow and give me those center balance lunges. So keep your arm upward. So see where my arm is? It's up here. And then just bend both knees and try as hard as you can to keep that board as steady as you can. Now I can guarantee you it's not going to be solidly steady. It's going to move or wiggle a little. That's okay. Revel in the wiggle, because that's your body being challenged and your brain reacting. Best kind of balance work. Here we go, 4 more times. Woo! 3, 2, last one, and put it on down. Awesome. Pivot to the center, walk it in, and let's stroll it out. Woo! Rock and stroll. Here we go. Feet up. Wiggle your fingers a little. Sometimes when we're using those resistance bands, we have a tendency to over grip. It's like we're gripping for our life. So you don't want to get too much cramping in the hands or fingers. So wiggle them out every once in a while. Play the piano, Dan likes to say. Here we go. Up, back, up. Woo! Chest up. Chin up. Come on. Taking a nice deep breath. Oxygenate those lungs. Feel really good about what you've done so far. This summer circuit has been burn, baby, burn. Awesome. All right, so stabilize here in the center. All righty. So once we find our center stable, we're gonna just slow things down just a tad. And I want you to step back and then up again. And we're gonna alternate. Step downs, step ups. Step downs, step ups. Taking your time now and really trying to make that brain to body connection in the rear position, because sometimes it's a lot harder to control when you're moving backwards. In life, we don't move backwards that often. So this is a little more challenging from a neuromuscular point of view. Find that toe touch to the floor and then bend both knees equally. Toe down, knees bending. Toe down, knees bending. Wonderful. You got this. Woo. Alternate. Again. Keep that chin up, keep that chest up. We're getting there, guys. Summer circuit. Rock and stroll. Make sure that you keep your chin up, your chest up, your head high. Whew, I can feel my heart rate kicking up, my respiratory system working harder, deeper. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Don't try to hold your breath. Breathing is necessary, and it's a great indicator of intensity. That's the other way we sometimes gear our intensity, is with what we call the talk test. So when you're working out from a cardiorespiratory point of view, you want to feel a little breathy. You don't want it to be so easy to chat it up, but you don't want to be breathless. Finding that nice, moderate to somewhat hard center. Here we go, 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. You got this, gang. Woo! All right, bring it in the center. All right, now here's our challenge. Step onto your right foot on the red line in the center. Try to find balance on one leg. Use your hands to try to keep that board in the center, because that's what's going to control the rock, is your upper body here. So find center. Stay put. Lift the head, lift the chest. Center the board. Very nice. Let's stay there, let's stay there. Now, if you can, give me a little knee bend with the standing leg. A single leg squat, we call that. Now, if you have to put the toe down on the board, that's okay. But see if you can manage this with that heel up. Try as you can to keep both ends or both sides of the board up. I almost lost mine there. I had to use my arms and my upper back and my upper body to control that wobble. So connect to that. Connect to the fact that you're forced to use more upper body when you're on one foot and ankle. Nice. Couple more. Last one. Awesome. All right, now hold here. Put the feet together. Wiggle them out a little bit. Let's go back to that stroll. Now remember that we were on our right leg, or hopefully you're on your right leg for that single leg squat and balance, because we're going to repeat this action, and then we want to try to make sure we catch the other leg. Don't want to be lopsided. Okay, so let's stroll it out. Come on. Either lift your heels only, or try to get your feet up off the floor, maybe an inch or so. Up and down. Let's stroll. Woo. Go back, smell the roses. or the daisies, or the whatever's in bloom. Let's get it going. Good, up and down. Usually about now that a lot of those endorphins are kicking in. Those are those feel-good chemicals in your brain that make you feel like you can do anything. Make you feel so glad to be here today. So sop it in, because sop them up. You want those feelings to be the ones that you remember at the end of a workout, because those are the ones that get you addicted and bring you back again. Let's lift those knees. Let's lift that chest. Let's walk that board. Stroll it out. Woo. Feels good. We're almost home. We're almost done. Here we go. Up, back, up, back. You can see your front door now. Here we go. Stroll it up and down and up and down. Come on, breathe deep, guys. Inhale, exhale. All right, here we go back to the lunges. The music is telling me that we're gonna start slowing things down here. So step back and step up. Woo. Feel that respiratory system grabbing control, slowing down your rate of breath, your depth of breath. Try to find that toe to floor connection. And then once it's grounded, bend both knees, strengthening those thighs, keeping that chest lifted. You've got this. Whew. Imagine that you have a plate on your head. Don't let that plate slip off. Good. Wiggle your fingers every once in a while. Find a rhythmic breath pattern. So if you want to, you can exhale as you go down, inhale as you come up. Excellent. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then bring your left foot into the center zone. Remember? Single leg squats. Balance on that one foot. Use your arms to control the board. Try to keep the other heel up off the floor if you can, or the other foot off the board if you can. But if you need to, you can put the toe down on the board. I call that the kickstand. Down and up. Chest lifted. Put your mind into balance right now, into calm and control. You're still working strength, because that one leg squat is really one of the more functional ways to strengthen the whole hip girdle, because you've got to stabilize through those inner and outer hip muscles, through those muscles and ligaments that support the knee. So it really does help with walking gait, with balance, with feeling in control. Here we go, 4 more. 3 more. Last 2, wiggle your fingers. 1 more. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and put the feet both down. Now just give me a slow rock, almost like you're in slow motion or moving through water. Just let your body kind of sway and get into the feel of release, relaxation, slowing it down. Find a rhythm of breath again. Inhale and exhale. Now I'm allowing my body to actually make like a little cylinder movement here. So my hips are kind of going around and around like I'm stuck in a tube. See how you feel that up your body, up the chain of your body. Start to notice that in the front, your toes are the ones bearing the weight. In the back, your heels are bearing the weight. Keep rolling around in that cylinder. Feel the outer and inner edge of the foot on the side. Keep the body tall. Keep the breath deep. Nice job. Let's cylinder in the opposite direction. So if you were going left to right, front to back, go the opposite direction now. And keep it small so you feel in control, so you don't overgrip with your hands. But try to get the cylinder moving from the ankles. Let the body follow the ankles. So you go outer, front, outer, back. And your toes get a little free as you get onto the back or the heel position. Keep your chin up, keep your chest up. Relax. Let the stress go down the drain. Here we go. Forward, back, side, back, side. That's it. Couple more. Doesn't have to be overdone. Last 2 circles around. Last circle around. And then bring it back to the center and just stay silent for a second in the middle. Feet are together. Get your vision up. Get your chin up. Get your chest up. Get your ribs set. Get your abdominals braced. Get your gluteals or your buttocks a little bit tight. Get your thighs tight. Feel that strength go from the toes up to the tip of the head. Ground your feet, the front, the back, the inner, the outer edge. Stay steady. And just focus on breath here. I want you to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, focus on your breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, keep your vision up. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more deep breath. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step off and behind, 1 foot at a time, grounding the board, and standing tall, realigning your body again. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, core straight, and pulled in. Now inhale, 2 count. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, out. 1, 2. Fill it up faster. 1, 2, out. 2. Inhale, 2, exhale, 2. Don't collapse your spine as you exhale. Inhale, 2, stay tall, exhale, 2. Once more, fast. Inhale, 2, exhale, 2. Now singles. In, out, in, out, in, out. Pump your belly. In, out, in, out. Breathe. Up, out, up, out. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now slow it down. Inhale, slow, deep, all the way. Fill up your lungs and just float in the middle. Stay there like you're underwater. Keep your breath in. Keep your body filled up like a raft full of air. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Float it, float it, float it. Absorb it. Relax in it. And then slowly, like somebody put a little pin pop in your raft, let it come out slow. Slowly. Release a little air at a time. A little air at a time. A little air at a time. As you get down to the bottom of your lungs and your diaphragm, start to force the air out, like with a whoosh. Further, 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 furthest. Let it all out like you're trying to flatten that raft to put it back in the box. Push, push, push. And then resume normal breathing. Ah, didn't that feel good for your lungs? Awesome. All right, breathing normally now. Step the feet wider. And let's go back to where we started and stretch the lateral muscles of the body in a nice static way. Inhale and exhale. Other side, same thing. Hold the pole and reach up and over. Feel the stretch down the shoulder, down the side of the body, through the back. Back to the center. When we do our final stretching, look behind the right shoulder. Stretch the neck. We want to hold our stretches a little longer than the warm-up. 3 to 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Other side, look behind the shoulder. Keep everything else tight. Glutes, abs, shoulders down, chest up. Tilt to the right. So we're just kind of repeating some of the base stretches we did in the opening of our class, but in a much more different way. We're holding, we're relaxing. We're not just warming and waking up. Other side, ear to shoulder. Just let the weight of your head stretch the neck and the upper back. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Bring it back to the center. Come down to that hip hinge position. You can move your hands down your poles. Flat back, now round the back up. Tuck the chin to chest. Tuck the hips under and just let the back stretch up. Feel that down the spine. Couple more deep breaths. And then push the chest forward and sit back in your hips with a flat back, stretching the hamstring. Stay here with a flat back. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see what it looks like. So I've got a very flat back, and I'm pushing my hips away and lengthening those hamstrings and calf muscles, back of the thighs. Take a nice deep breath, inhale and exhale. Those hamstrings stretch. They're tight, so a lot of times I like to hold an extra second or two on this one. Now we're going to turn the right toe out. Stretch that inner thigh. Hold it. And then you're going to pivot in the direction, holding that right pole, and come up to the runner's lunge. Pushing your hip bone forward, tucking your fanny under to lengthen the front of the thigh and lift up the back arm. Oh, stretch that anterior side of your body, the front side, the shoulder girdle, the chest, the abs, the hip flexors, the quads. Keep a little tension around your waist though. Nice deep breath. Bring it back, push it to the center, bend this other knee out and stretch this inner thigh to the left. Toes turned out in the direction of the knee. Hold that stretch at the hip joint. Nice deep breaths. We are almost through. Hang in here, gang. We had such a great, thorough rock and roll summer circuit today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's pivot, turn. Now remember, come into the runner's lunge, tilt the pelvis under, sink down, lift the arm up. Remember that we do post these workouts on our YouTube channel. So if you came in late or you just really loved this workout and want to do it again, go to 60 Up on YouTube, put in Kathy Stevens and you'll find my workouts. Put in Dan Metcalf, you'll find his. Put in Debbie and you'll find in hers. So you can always come back and do these workouts at another time or repeat them. Tuck that hip under. Open up that chest, open up that shoulder on the lifted arm, open up the hip flexor on the back leg. And then slowly bring it down and pivot both feet and knees to the front. Nice. Take your time walking those toes and heels in. Hopefully if this was hard in the warm-up, it's easier now. Toes and heels. It's amazing once you wake up those muscles how much more ready they are to work. All right, standing tall. Center your body. Head over shoulders, shoulders back and down. Sternum lifted, ribs and core braced. Abdominals and pelvic floor pulling inward. Thighs strong, knees forward, toes forward, feet rooted. So think of your feet as being roots from the toes to the heels to the outers to the inners. And then if you feel tall and strong, let go with both arms. Take a great deep breath. Let your branches reach to the sky. Exhale down. And give yourself a bow. And of course a hand for making it here today. I want to thank you as always for joining me on Wellness Wednesday. And I hope you make this something that you do every day, as we do have classes Monday through Friday. And if they're not online, if they're not live here, they're online at YouTube. So please get your workouts in, at least 3 to 5 a week. That would be my preference. All right, guys, good to see that Vicki made it. And she's going to check in later because she does do the recorded ones, which is a great example of how you can do that. But thank you, Mona. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Doug, for being here. I really hope you enjoyed today's summer circuit where we rock and strolled. All right, gang, take care, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same platform. Take care.